You need to make decisions that the version of yourself you want to be would make. When you're in a moment and you need to make a choice, ask yourself, what would my truest self do in this moment? And when you ask your truest self, the person who has achieved all the things you want to achieve, you remove the environment from affecting your decision making. You remove your thoughts from affecting your decision making. You remove your current beliefs from affecting your decision making. Because that version of your future self who's achieved everything would make that right decision in that moment. And if you operate from that realm of making decisions that your truest self would make, you will not make decisions that disappoint you, and you will not live with regret. It's easy to sit there and make a decision in the moment that's impacted by your environment. Are you kidding me? If you're around 10 people drinking and smoking, what are you going to do? But if you sit there and ask yourself, would your truest self do this action in this moment? Most of the times you would say no. And you go ahead and you move with the action that your truest self would do, you will never live with regret, and you will constantly progress in your life because nothing can affect your decision making. Nothing can compromise your decision making. And that is the most important thing in today's world, full of distractions and full of beliefs that do not serve you and full of actions that do not serve you. The next time you're scrolling, sit there and ask yourself, would your truest self, the person who's achieved these things that you want to achieve, do this? Next time you do something that you don't want to do, or next time you're presented with an option, a yes or a no option, ask yourself, what would your truest self do? And you will find the right answer, no matter what. Even in the future, if you decide that that wasn't the right decision, you'll look back and you'll go, you know what? I made that choice in that moment based on my truest self, not myself in that moment, and I am proud of that fact. Start operating in the now, operate in the future in mind. And that will give you a lot more strength in the choices you make, the thoughts you believe in, and the beliefs you have. And it'll allow you to shift into the person that you want to be, because you'll begin to start living like that person. You'll begin to make actions as if that person would make. When I'm in an embarrassing moment like this and I'm in public and I'm talking in front of the camera, instead of sitting there and worrying about the now, I sit there and I ask myself, what would my future self, the person I want to be, do in this situation? Would they pick up the camera and set it up? They would. So the decision's easy. I picked up the fucking camera, I turned on the mic, and I started talking. Doesn't matter if I'm in public, doesn't matter if I'm embarrassed. What would the person that's achieved all the things I want to achieve do? And that's how I offer it. It's that simple. That's really nice. What a perfect day. People constantly sit there and let their environment and the people around them affect their decision making, and it causes them to constantly live in decisions in which are not theirs, and live in thoughts that are not theirs, and have beliefs that don't serve them. Life is as simple as removing the beliefs that do not serve the goal you want to achieve, doing the actions that serve the goal that you want to achieve, and not believing in the thoughts that do not serve the goal that you want to achieve. And if you don't do those three things constantly, then you only operate based on the future version of yourself that you want to be, you will become that person. You will achieve all the things that that person has achieved. Stop operating off of past data and what you've done in the past and allowing that to dictate who you are today. Because who you are today in that same circumstance would have operated differently. It's a guaranteed fact. You don't experience any one thing ever the same. When I take a bite of this chip, the second bite is going to be different. That's life. The second bite, the third bite, the fourth bite, the fifth bite, they will always be different. No matter what. No matter what situation you describe, there will always be a differentiator between them. Whether that's your beliefs, the thoughts you had in the moment, the person you are, the way you walk, the way you talk, everything can affect the now. That's why every moment is special. And that's why everything about you now is special. There's no one in this entire world that is doing the same thing you are right now, thinking the same thoughts that you are right now, and operating the same way you are right now. No one is you. You are special. And you have to realize that innately that you are. When you realize that, then everything is easy from there. When you realize that you are one of one, You know you have power. And that's what they don't want you to realize. I've said this time and time again. They do not want you to be an individual. They want you to be one of many. And I'm going to say this over and over because you need to install that fact in your head that there are people against you in this world. There is an entity out there that does not want you to achieve. They want you to be a slave mind. They want you to sit there and not do the things you wish to do and not think that you are special. They want you to lose. They want you to be inflicted by all the distractions they've created. Look at this fucking food. Even this food is shit. The moment you open your phone, you're filling your brain with shit that shouldn't be in it. It's affecting the way you think. It's affecting the way you act. It's affecting your beliefs. Constantly doubting yourself, constantly living in self-hatred, constantly living under depression, constantly living in a state of unknowing. What value does that bring you and the goals you want to achieve? Stop operating in a realm which does not serve purpose to your goals. It's that simple. Say, no, this does not provide me value. I'm not going to believe in it. And having that power will allow you to say, look at society, look at the way they programmed you and go, no, fuck you. I'm going to think the way I want to think and I'm going to act and operate the way I want to live. It's exactly what I've done. Exactly what I've done since the moment I dropped out of fucking high school. I understood what they were trying to do and I understood the system they laid out and I said, no, I'm not going to follow that path. I'm not going to walk that path. I'm going to make and build my own. And I did. And you have that same power. Nothing about me is any different than you. It's the actions. Yes, we are completely different and we are both special and unique in our own ways, but you can do anything you fucking want in this world. If you have the will and you have the desire, you can achieve it. Don't ever allow a thought in your head. And you will struggle. You are human. You will struggle with emotions. You will struggle with thoughts against you. You will struggle with actions against you. You will struggle with your environment. You can only do so much. And a realization of that, the best you can do is take control of your conscious behaviors. Implement routines that shift your subconscious. Change the way you talk to yourself. Implement routines that serve your purpose, that bring value to your life. Just waking up and scrolling for 30 minutes provide value to you? No. Don't fucking do it. It's that simple. Yes, you'll struggle. Yes, it will suck. Yes, your brain will have cravings because that's the way they've designed it. They've designed these things to make you addicted to them. So you sit there and you run. You do not live with purpose. You do not live with passion. You have to understand that. The world is designed against you. Because to them, you're one of many. You're not an individual on their chessboard. You're not even a fucking pawn. You're a piece of the wood that the chessboard is built on. You're not even acknowledged. They want you to live in that suffering. They want you to live in that pain. They want you to believe that suffering and pain is endless. And they want you to just trap yourself within your own mind, with its cravings and with its desires, the ability to program anything you want to. They can decide what you want via programming. You think half these people, these logical individuals, truly think that, they should be walking around and doing some of these fucking things? No. They've been so programmed to believe that it's what they want. They sit there and they convince themselves that this is the right thing. Even though it is so logically incorrect, they'll sit there and say, this is the right thing for me. I should do this and I should do that. I believe in this. When it's against their innate, they feel intrinsically that it's wrong. They feel it. And they'll still sit there and believe it because they've been so fucking programmed. And the longer you sit in that programming, the longer you let it feed in your brain, the harder it will be to reverse it. Yes, it's possible, but the harder it will be to reverse it. It's like teaching an old dog how to sit. So if you're watching this while you're young, please take my words and understand that I am trying to help you. And that is my goal in this video. My mission. If you go to frostedworld.com, you'll understand what my goal is. My first step is to help you take risks. So you can break out of the societal norms and understand that risk is a good thing. Because anything deemed outside of that societal barrier is deemed as risky. And anything risky that is truly true to your truest self, not yourself in the moment. Remember, a decision your truest self would make in the moment you're in, that is a risk worth taking. That has how you define a risk worth taking. And look at risk as a tool to help you live true to yourself. When there's a moment in time in which you need to make a decision that your truest self would make in that moment, you sit there and you go, is this risky? Then fucking great. Because this is a tool. This isn't an enemy. This isn't a fear factor. This is a tool to allow me to live true to myself and allow me to pursue the things that I want to fucking pursue. It's that fucking simple. It's that fucking simple. In the description, you'll see if my words invoke emotion in you and you find truth in them, and you intrinsically know I'm speaking truth, and maybe you've gotten goosebumps from what I say, and goosebumps means it's true. There's a link in the description, rosserwell.com. On there, you'll see a VSL that explains my mission, what my goal is, and what my purpose is right now, and the tools that I'm providing for you to become that person, a free-thinking individual. Right now, it's called The Written Letter. Twice a week, I'll be sending you a newsletter explaining exactly what I'm going through, the exact experiences, the tools and systems I've built in my life to be who I am, and the tools and systems I'm looking at developing, building, and the tools that I provide to you. Like the Project Richer on me, giving out once a week to somebody on the letter. Completely free, because I want you to be a free-thinking individual. If I could, I'd give all of them away for free, but I'm too fucking poor. And if I gave them all to you for free, you wouldn't find value. And most importantly, on that letter, I'll be speaking the words that I cannot say on social media, and the ideologies I cannot say on social media because I'm not allowed to. Until I've gained enough of a presence and I can truly speak my mind, that is the place where I will share those beliefs and those thoughts and those perspectives. Link in the description, you can join the written letter. Thank you for watching. Don't be afraid to speak in public. Fuck it. Why not?